Hey everyone, here's how to defeat Child of Terramorphus, and this is in Mayhem 20, which has a ton of health, 3000% extra. Now, this will work on any of the Mayhem levels, as there are some strategies that we gotta deal with against this fight. I am bringing in the Gomi assault rifle here with a ripper part, and I also have the shotgun version on it. I'm playing as Green Steel Tree Harlowe. Other weapons I found very useful for this fight are the Heimdall and the Crow Source from Story Pack 1 DLC, but if you don't have those, any of the pearlescent weapons can work well. The thing is, this very first phase here is going to be one of the hardest parts. That white health bar there is technically like an overshield, meaning that there's no elemental damages that's going to be highly effective against it, so you basically are using whatever you got. Now, I'd recommend using a Jacob's weapon at the start there, because the ricochets off of Terramorphus here are going to allow you to take out the mobs. I'm using the Heimdall here when the mobs are gone, because when they're there, the Heimdall, unfortunately, its tracking will just end up shooting at all those mobs, and that's not great use of our time. I'm just tossing out the action skill there again, and then using the Gomi, just because the damage and ricochets from that are just super powerful. So this is honestly a very hard fight once you get up to Mayhem 20. As you can see here, ton of health, and the best thing that we can do is just use your highest damage possible weapon due to it not having any weaknesses here. So this is a challenging fight. You're basically just going to be jumping around from side to side. It does a lot of lashing attacks. The closer up that we get makes this a little bit better, but you can see there it's going to swipe around. It will pull up these two cylinders in the ground. Whenever that happens, it's going to shock you and absolutely destroy your shield, so keep an eye out for that. He'll do a beam attack here as well. As long as you're sticking close to him, I found that he has a less chance of hitting you here. And I'm just moving from the left to right here, because he alternates with his attacks, as you see there. But we have such great shield sustain with this Harlowe setup that I'm also using the collector shield, which was added with the raid boss 2. You can get it from Subjugator, and it has a huge shield, which makes you pretty hard to take down. So again, just alternating between using the Gomi there. You can also use the Dark Beast if you have one of those. The Dark Beast works really well. Fortunately, took myself out there with the Crow Source, and you honestly probably want to use the Crow Source here with the active fire. I don't have an enhancement to boost it up, so I could min-max this quite a bit more. But the Crow Source is just such a powerful weapon that you can see there, even with no elemental damages, we're just doing a good amount of health here. Normally, fighting Terramorphus here will only take a few seconds, because using this setup, it's actually very powerful if you're on like the lower Mayhem levels, but this is Mayhem 20, where the health is scaled up to insane amounts. This actually makes it quite a challenge here, so I want to do a video just talking about some general strategies here. I also did a video on how to get the platinum time easily in this encounter, so I'd encourage you to check that out as well. But once we get to the red health bar, it's going to do like a roar attack there. This is your chance to get as much damage in as you can, and now that it's weak, as you can see, I'm using a Crow Source that is good incendiary damage here. And whenever this happens, you got to look, because one of the pillars is going to be raised, so just look before you jump up. Now there is a bunch of pulleys around here that you can yank yourself across, so that's really nice. The grapple points, and that is how you're going to get to the end room there. So you can grapple your way around, flying around, but I just have so much shield sustain with this Harlowe setup that I didn't even have to worry. Nuclear Winter plus her distributive function just gives her so much overshield here. Basically just spamming the Crow Swords back to back here will keep you alive. He'll do some swiping attacks there. If you get hit with this setup, I'll have linked in the comments. You'll just heal back all the damage. Just avoid the beams and things like that, and basically just jump back and forth there, because he's going to go with these swiping attacks here. And yeah, you just continue to spam your Crow Source, and you'll be able to take down the Child of Terramorphus. You see there, though, he lifted that up. You want to jump into the air and use the grapple there to take him down. Otherwise, you'll end up getting hit while you're swimming. But that's how to easily defeat the Child of Terramorphus in Mayhem 20 in Borderlands 4.